Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And she'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Chargers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. 22 yards there, a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
25-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Herbert now on second down. We'll get that complete to Reed. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Joe Reed. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
For Baltimore.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now, that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This is taken at about the 14. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
At the 41-yard line.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 54 yards.
1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Chargers 14, Ravens 7. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the kind of offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, you try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 35. Running on first down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
At the 4-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
35-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Granted, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams.
Herbert's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got him on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At their 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
29-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. We'll get that complete to Reed. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Joe Reed. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 1st down and more for Jackson. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Ingram. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Dancing to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And a Raven 1st down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a
this man complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now it's Herbert. And right side here has got it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Tonight's final score.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Baltimore, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.